Change your mind, change your mind, baby. Yeah. What up, y'all? Welcome back to the next episode of Don't Do That. After Fridays. Hope you guys are having a great start to y'all weekend so far. We're still figuring it out.
The sound is like, I don't know, man. Just back and forth, up and down on it.
It doesn't know what it wants to do today. It's pretty entertaining at the same time. But hey, here we are.
Here we are.
So, smoke of the app.
Smoke of the app.
Smoke of the app is lemon meringue high. It is Distro 10 injected pre-roll. They are also, if I'm not mistaken, the same distributor for the Cheech and Chongs as well.
This is the face of someone who forgot a drink.
Wow.
I shall return.
So I will go ahead and
ladies first.
I will list off the topics because he's. So far, my headlines that I am going to be speaking about is we have a white supremacist. He was targeting black and Jewish people. There's a list of people he was targeting, and he has been arrested. We have a 7-year-old boy that was hung in the bathroom by an older boy. So we are questioning this zero tolerance nonsense that they're talking about when it comes to bullying, because there's a lot of questions that tend to arise when it comes to stuff. There's been some, some deaths, that don't seem to be talked about enough, I feel. And then Texas, just a couple hours ago, Texas approves allowing Bible-based teachings in public grade schools. I know that's going to be a big thing. That's going to be a big thing.
Yeah. That's going to be a hot topic right there.
So, I guess what we'll go ahead and get started in is going to be with the Texas approves allowing Bible-based teachings into public grade schools. Now here in Austin, Texas, the State Board of Education has voted in Friday in favor of incorporating Bible teachings in public grade schools for students from kindergarten through the 5th grade. Now, excuse me real quick. Yes. On Friday, the measure was passed on an 8-7 vote, so it was very close. Schools would be able to choose to use it starting in the 25-26 school year. Developed by the Texas Education Agency earlier this year, the curriculum introduces Bible-based lessons such as the Golden Rule and stories from books like Genesis into classrooms. While adopting the curriculum is optional, schools implementing it will receive additional funding. The initiative follows a broader trend in Republican-led states seeking to integrate more religious teachings into public education. Governor Greg Abbott has expressed support for the program, saying in a May news release that it will allow students to better understand the connection of history, art, community, literature, and religion on pivotal events like the signing of the U.S. Constitution, the Civil Rights Movement, and the American Revolution. Monday, the State Board of Education heard testimony from over 150 teachers and parents, some for and some others against the proposal. Opponents argued that the curriculum's Christian focus could alienate students of other faiths, while supporters emphasize the value of a more holistic approach.
I'm surprised that they letting religion back into the school.
Or even implementing it at all, which I mean
they should have took it out in the first place, but
I feel it because now when you go into the New Testament now, it's not something that should be forced upon anybody. Okay, I'm not saying don't go out there and be an evangelist, don't, whatnot. Do your thing. We need people that have some sort of faith. I wouldn't care whether or not you're a Christian or a Muslim. If your faith is there and your faith is good and you want to prosper and you feel like everybody else needs to prosper, because every religion has a New Testament. Everybody's religion's Old Testament is dirty as hell. Let's be realistic, nasty, murderous, all of it. Period. There was always a war of what was better than the next, or whatever the case may be. But it's still stuff that needs to be learned. However, it should be optional. It did state in there, I believe, that it is optional in there for them. I hope that it's optional for the parents, though. It should not be optional for the teachers. Now, if it is in the teacher's curriculum, I'm sorry, that is something that you have a choice to sign up for or not. That's not why it's in the curriculum now. So you have the rest of the year to think about it. Now, again, it needs to be optional to the parents for faith-based reasons. And if you follow your religion and you know how to explain to your children about it, but at the same time, if your child is curious about it, there should be nothing wrong with learning about any religion, to be honest with you. Because again, they all have a very, very dirty past. It's all about the New Testament that we choose to deliver to ourselves. But go for Texas, I guess. I wouldn't have expected anything less from them. They're probably stupid excited anyways.
Well, going into mine, I have one that is kind of heavy.
Oh. Well, yeah.
It is actually
a
follow-up.
And it's freaking awesome. How about, well, it's awesome, but it is what I'm thinking it is.
No, this might be, I don't think you'll think this one's awesome.
Oh God, it's probably.
So a little while back here in Lansing, we had an issue where at an apartment building in East Lansing, there was a body and a half found in a freezer in an individual's apartment.
A body and a half.
Yeah, I just wanted to pause for.
Was it the upper half or the lower half that they had?
I do not know.
My God, they had the lower. Imagine what they were doing with the lower half frozen.
This is not a Saw movie. This isn't Jason Voorhees or Michael Myers. This is in East Lansing here in Michigan. Not that far from us and closer to some others. So, we followed up on this to find out if they knew what was going on with it or whatever, and there are other details that we may have covered in another episode. But we have an update on that, and it says here that Jason Bryce, I hope I'm not butchering his name, as he may or may not have allegedly butchered those 1.5 people. Jason Bryce Weirrat, age 37, was a person of interest in the case here in East Lansing, and the remains of 2 bodies, but it was 1.5 were found in the freezer. Now, authorities have submitted to the media that he took his own life back in July.
So how the fuck can he have killed these people?
So,
and hit them.
I mean, well, wait a minute. How long?
Rent since July.
I don't know. They have someone else that is also one of the people of interest, or persons of interest. But the thing is that the main person that they had on their radar had already unalived himself.
Right, months.
In July. So I don't know if the bodies were in the freezer for that long or longer. We don't know the length of time that the bodies were in the freezer. So
I feel like there's definitely a lot more going on than what they are allowing people to say, because we've heard through the grapevine of, I'm not telling you who the hell I heard it from, but at the end of the day, the rent was being paid. Since dude died. Alright, because how are you just now finding these bodies in July? I mean now in, what is this, November? Yeah. This happened, beginning of November, end of October.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been July, August, September, 4 months, 3.5 months.
That about tracks.
So you didn't enter the apartment in any way, shape, or form
Nope.
within those 3.5 months because
Nope.
obviously the rent was being paid.
Or maybe the rent had not been paid in that 90-day period, and that's when they decided to give a knock on the door, and they smelled the smell.
No, guys,
or
what are
they
y'all
came
thoughts?
into the
It's a lot of
apartment and
fishy
saw
stuff.
the blood. I don't know. We don't know
We
all the
need to-
details, but yeah, like I said, I usually
need
cover
details.
the entertainment and the lighter side, but that was kind of heavy. But
That's
it was a
some.
follow
It was still just.
So we had to follow up.
Right, like what the hell? Like this dude has been dead for months, and it's like.
And the main suspect is
Right, he's the main
gone
suspect,
as
and
well.
he's already gone.
So the case does not get solved
So.
of what happened. Person may or may not still be at large. More updates to come. All right, back to you, Potts. Back to you, Potts.
All right, now 7-year-old. This is like a tracking of, basically it kind of shows a tracking of, I would say, this zero bully tolerance bullshit. They pick and choose who this zero tolerance has gone to. So this has been something that was also on the news, and it says 7-year-old hung in school bathroom by older boy, questioning zero tolerance bullying laws. Now,
Just hold on 1 second. Say that beginning line one more time for the viewers. Listen to this, y'all. Listen.
7-year-old now in what it says, hung in school bathroom by older boy, questioning zero tolerance bullying laws.
Hung. 7-year-old hung.
Now, let me read this off to you because this is all important stuff.
Nah, older boy.
Alright, zero tolerance bullying policies in schools are more complex than most parents think. Zero tolerance sounds pretty cut and dry, which it should be cut and dry. Zero tolerance is cut and dry. That's pretty about as cut and dry as you can get, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wrong is wrong.
Alright. So, but the policy is not. Okay. Because the policy is so complex, bullying continues, obviously. Now, there are specific guidelines schools must follow before expelling a student. Not everybody's expecting expulsion, depending on the circumstances. A student from the school, even when cases involve physical assaults, according to NAP Center or whatever. National Association of Psychologists, disciplinary actions mandated by zero tolerance policies. The suspension is most frequently used for an extensive range of offenses. The Moreno Valley School District in California, whose guardians made several complaints to the school regarding Diego Stoles, a 13-year-old being bullied, paid out $27 million in a settlement due to continued bullying of Diego, which resulted in his death. Now,
Man.
both of Diego's parents died and guardianship was given. This is a previous situation. This is something before this other situation. Both of his parents had already died. The guardianship was given to the Salcido family, who did all they could to stop the bullying, but to no avail. The final punch to Diego forced him to hit his head on a pillar, and a cell phone video captured the incident showing Diego's hands at his sides not wanting to fight. Now the two kids... Now, my thing is it's not just the kids I feel that should be punished, okay? The two kids got 47 days in juvenile hall and were mandated to undergo anger management. Fair enough. What about the parents? So, however, nothing transpired despite the Salcido's pleas to the school regarding Diego's bullying, and Diego reported it to the teacher, who got the assistant principal involved and insisted she would switch class schedules so Diego would not have to deal with the bullies. That's not solving the problem. Zero tolerance was never enacted in this case, and a young boy died as a result. Now, another near-death experience has come to light at the hands of bullying a second grader. A second grader. Okay?
What are we doing, people?
In Maryland, was hung in a bathroom by an older boy. However, in a letter sent home to the parents, the incident was referred to as horseplay. The principal of the elementary school, Carrie Burke, wrote this afternoon two of our students were reportedly horseplaying in a school bathroom when a student's jacket got caught on a stall door hook. The student was not able to free themselves, and the other students involved were also not able to help them. One student left the bathroom to seek help from staff and reported the incident to the administrators. Administrators responded and were able to assist, but staff called 911 due to the obvious reasons you have to have it documented, and they are the people who would document it. Now, horseplay. The second grader had to be taken to the hospital after the alleged hanging and with traumatizing injuries. The boy's mother stated in Fox News report, "He's traumatized. He has marks under his eyes and bruises on his neck after being choked." Medical records stated that among his injuries, the young boy sustained a neck contusion, which is caused by blunt trauma to the neck, because we know how they're looped. A loop here and a loop here, or a loop going down here. Now, despite the school's statement, the parents questioned what happened during the incident. It has been suggested that the 7-year-old boy was being bullied by the older boy who was in the 4th grade. It doesn't make sense if you're horse playing. How do you get caught on a hook? We need answers. I want answers, and we won't stop until we get answers, as the boy's parents should. Now, they said that people feel like there's a cover up, and of course they're coming back with, this is not what had happened. It's not a cover up, but the 7-year-old could have died while he hung on that hook. No school wants a mark that says zero tolerance wasn't followed, thus resulting in serious injury. However, due to the complexity of the policy, aggressors usually end up back on the school campus.
I would press charges.
Now, I don't understand the fact that right now during hard times, now if stuff like this happened.
What's the age of the older kid?
See here's 7, like 10, 11, I would say 10, 9, 10.
Yeah.
Between not 10, but still.
I'm
You have to be picked up
I'm pressing charges
and
on the
hung
parents.
up.
Yeah.
There's no reason.
Yeah.
There's 2 other kids.
Yeah.
2 other, I'll probably say 4th graders. Because the other boy was a 4th grader also. On a 2nd grader.
Man, I would be pressing
Are your
charges.
parents hurting you? Is there a situation going on at home? Because that's usually how bullying transpires, is people are hurt at home.
In lighter news. So I'm conflicted on how I feel about this one. This one is actually entertainment news, and it is supposed to be lighter. I guess we should celebrate, but
The damage has still been done, though.
Jonathan Major's ex, the girl that he was with when all of this happened, has now dropped the lawsuit that said that he had assaulted her, and said that he had basically the lawsuit where all of that ruined his career and took away his role as Kang in the Marvel Cinematic
Took away
Universe.
our ability to enjoy him playing
where
that
they had
role.
to go and do a whole another thing for he had to rearrange his life, and they had to rearrange their whole cinematic universe because of this debacle. And now, after the damage has been done, and his name is synonymous with the incident, she comes back and she says, they say, with prejudice, the charges are now dropped. Now, on one side, You could be like, "Yay, Jonathan Majors, we knew it, bro. Yeah, we knew you didn't."
But here on the other side,
But on the
this
other
is where we
side,
hit here and say, and we have to recall back. This is what we talk about when a white woman cries with the white woman tears. This is what people need to understand. This woman, like, if she
that
wouldn't
man's
have,
life is still fucked.
He still has that marked on him.
Rebuild his
What she
entire
took from
career
him.
when it was skyrocketing.
When it was
in
her
everything.
fault to begin with. Lied about it. Where's her prison time? Did she not lie? Wait. They went to court, right? Wait. They went to court, right? And okay, here's the Bible, right? And she's like, I vow to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, so help my God.
So help me God. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that old.
And that's perjury, right? It's a felony.
Last I checked.
It's a felony, right?
Last I checked. So if you're recanting and saying that this didn't happen, then doesn't that play into the hand of
where's the charges?
Jail time?
Where's the charges? I mean, through the state, though. Where is the charges? The state is supposed to pick that shit up.
So shout out to Jonathan Majors.
Bro,
I'm happy for you, bro.
You need to press charges. I don't care. Don't be the bigger person, bro.
Right now, he is.
You deserve that. Sorry.
I understand that, and I feel it, and I too would want revenge and want to get my,
justice.
Get my justice. But right now, he is enjoying his brand new fiance.
Oh yeah.
Making good. Magazine Dreams was on the way regardless of this, so this is just icing on the cake. And
Megan,
now
get him back to Marvel, bro.
Everything can, take whatever form it was supposed to take, because everything happens for a reason.
Because at least they waited until charges were filed this time and they went to court. But for her to recant it, he deserves his job back.
I just really am angry for him because, that's a whole another direction had to be taken, because they were going to take a chance on Jonathan Majors and his acting ability and his prowess, and they were going to step away and do the whole Kang Dynasty thing. And now we had a whole, oh my God, we got to re-step because we planned years in advance, and now we have to re-step on what we're going to do and throw this, and this at the fans while we try and recalibrate, and now we can't really fully recalibrate, so let's call back Robert Downey Jr. and do that. Oh, wait a minute. She said that she lied and she dropped the charges? Oh wow, that's great for Jonathan, but we're already going another way.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow,
So,
I hope that
R.I.P.
either way.
R.I.P.
Alright, last one. Suspected white supremacist arrested with weapons was targeting black and Jewish people, Florida cops say. So his name is John Lipinski. This man, oh my God, ugh, just wow. He is my age.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't have nothing for it. Lipinski is from Margate, Florida, 40 miles north of Miami. Now, something to do with his sister. There was some argument going on. He was caught with an AR-15 platform rifle described as a Palmetto State Armory Liberty-15, a Black Aces tactical FD-12 shotgun, 2 semi-automatic handguns, a shotgun, body armor, smoke grenades, suspected silencers, an array of ammunition, spent shell casings, and a homemade target, according to the proof or whatever, which is signed. Mark Anton, you got yourself a good case here, bro.
Oh boy.
Now, his list of weapons and all that other stuff alone makes him a domestic terrorist attack waiting to happen. So, now, according to Anton, police officers received the report about 6:30 on Halloween. They arrived, and some bullshit happened. Now, about the list of the people that he was, I do need a lighter, that he was targeting. So.
Oof. Man.
Alright, so the alleged list targets includes Representative Jared Moskowitz, Democrat, Florida. Locations of the writer of the list characterized as draws for Jewish and black people, a synagogue, a Jewish cemetery, a Jewish sandwich shop, and parks and schools that were described using a derogatory term for black people. According to Anton's filing, one entry on the list said stalk Jewish parks. The proffer said Moskowitz, who was re-elected November 5th, thanked law enforcement for the work on the case regardless of the political affiliation. Now, officers discovered that Lipinski was convicted twice in 2005 for resisting an officer with violence, a felony, and that he was under an ongoing restraining order in a 2017 domestic violence case. Anton said in both matters Lipinski was prohibited by a judge from possessing firearms and ammunition. Since everybody wants to talk about black people in their past, that is his past as well. He is a violent criminal, and as you can see, he is a domestic terrorist. So, welcome to the fucking world, you guys. This is what you wanted. Thanks again for coming out and watching us on Fuck It Fridays. We'll see you again on That Is How Monday. See you later, deuces. Bye!